Well, hello, my friends and extended family. It's so nice to see you again at the start of this new year. We've all made it through another one. I give you all accolades for that. Some of us, it's been a tough year, I know. But I'd like to congratulate you all for making it into the new decade and taking the steps forward. I'm wishing you all have had a good, happy holiday season and looking forward to what this new year brings. I myself, it's been a nice, quiet holiday season for me, and I've enjoyed it very much with my family here. But I wanted to bring up something that I've noticed. There's an awful lot of you out there now that seem to be going through some post holiday difficulties. I guess would probably be the easiest way to put that. And some people out there are struggling with pretty severe health issues. Other people are dealing with some financial issues, perhaps some relationship issues. All of these things that seem to plague us as humans trying to have a living experience here in the earth, and it can get overbearing at sometimes. You have a lot of support out here with your family and your community, um, if you reach out, and a lot of you may feel that that is very important to you. Okay, and some of you may feel that, oh, they don't really understand what I'm going through. And life is such that we have our ups and downs. It's very dynamic. Very seldom will you ever hear a story where everyone's life was picture perfect and they did not face challenges in life. And I'm certainly no exception to that rule. I've faced more than my fair share of challenges in the almost 7 decades now that I've been on my earth walk. But I've started to learn a little bit more, or at least be awakened to certain truths that apply to me in how I approach my challenges. And sometimes it's just perseverance that kind of pays off. But I've gotten inspiration from so many things. I look at all things in life now as a lesson, whether it be the warmth of this fire or the consuming of the wood that's releasing the energy that the sun put into the green growing things. So I look at those little things. And I've taken inspiration from many of you that also have channels out there and what you've been posting. And I had some pretty profound lessons that were reinforced with me after watching some of these videos. Perhaps I watch things a little bit different than a lot of other people do. I very seldom watch any television, movies. I don't listen to radio very often, these sort of things. And I do that so that I can try to keep an objective mind, okay? Because a lot of things don't interest me anymore. You'll see a lot of things out there that really try to draw your attention to get you to look at those things. And I've learned that one of the best things that I can do is to stop following the things that attract my eye and instead pay attention to the things that attract my heart. I'd like to give a shout out to Matt Niven. Matt Niven's small little channel where he does his walkabouts out in the bush around where he lives in Australia have just reinforced so much what it is that I'm trying to talk about. And if anyone has not had the opportunity yet to go and just watch some of Matt Niven's beautiful photography that he does and the videos that he's made, you're really missing out. You need to go check those out and look at them with the eyes of your feeling heart. as you're looking through the lens of his camera, Australia is a beautiful, beautiful country. And what strikes me so much, it's also a harsh country when it comes to the environment and things of this nature. And he's made some wonderful pictures of just great giant trees growing right out of the rock. And I'm saying to myself, look at that. The life force is so strong that it's produced a thing of just great beauty out of the harshest of environments. And and then I start asking myself, well, what can make that happen? Well, first off, it was a good root system, obviously, that was clinging to that harsh environment, whether it be coming right out of the face of a cliff, or straddling a stream or whatever. But the second thing was the life force that was within it, that spiritual force that wants to live. And out of seemingly hardship, great beauty was born. And I kind of equated that a little bit to different circumstances that I've been in my life, where the environment was harsh, perhaps the relationships were harsh, those sort of things, and how I survived them. Did I survive them? Well, obviously, I'm talking to you. Did you survive the harsh things that have happened to you in your life? Well, if you're hearing this, you have also. That spirit that is within you is strong. It's that spirit that you can tap into that helps you get through the hard times, the floods, the fires, the destruction, the upheaval. And even if you feel that you're buried under all of these things, the one thing I've learned to look at myself as is a seed. When they bury us, when they think they've thrown the dirt on top of us and we're dead and gone, they forgot that we're all seeds and we're going to sprout again. And so the word of encouragement that I want to give to you is let the seeds sprout. There must be a period of dormancy before there's new growth. Nature has taught me that a plant will grow and bloom, produce seed, and then dies. And then the seed lives again after a period of time. And so it is with many of the aspects of our life. We hope that the whole growth of our life is such that we can also be that great tree of beauty that is grown out of just unseemingly hostile environment. I tell you what, there's a lot of you out there that really, really impress me with how tenacious you are, how much faith you have, how versatile you are, and how you take the changes that come in your life with grace, with determination. And yeah, so what? You have a little bit of anger, you might have a little bit of frustration, but by golly, you know what? You keep going. And you're pretty vigorous seed stock, I'll tell you that. I am so honored to have you all as my friends, as my acquaintances, and yeah, even family. So as you go into this new year, coming into the springtime here in where we're located, okay, it's a new growth time for us. Hopefully the seeds have been planted within you and that you'll produce wonderful fruit this year. Be tolerant because the conditions will not always be right. Perhaps there's drought, perhaps there's too much rain, perhaps there's not enough sun, okay, but keep growing. That's the important thing, keep growing. There are those out there amongst our community that are there to help you pull the weeds in your garden. They'll help you fertilize your garden. they'll help protect your garden, because we're all actually seeds that have been planted by the Creator. And that seed of that spirit which is within us is strong. It's stronger than any of the hazards that are out there. It's stronger than any of the perceived difficulties that you think you have. I was recently reconnected with my stepson after almost 30 years of, probably over 30 years of separation. And that separation was caused by severe drug addiction on his part. That was very, very, very bad. I mean, I'm talking about, the really tough stuff. And for a lot of years, that caused a huge separation amongst us. But the seed that was within him, that spirit seed that was within him, after all of that time of IV drug abuse, suicidal attempts, mental issue problems, being brought back from dead a couple of times, that seed within him still, after all that time of being dormant, sprouted. And I'm proud to say that for over the last almost 3 years now, he's fought that addiction, and he is now, I hope, post-addiction, and has become completely changed. And when I talk about completely changed, I'm talking about, going full circle back to now where he's been re-energized and is out there helping other addicts try to come off the same thing. Sometimes the best teachers in life for the hard things that happen are those that have gone through it. So I'm glad that that's happened again, that he's come around, and that spirit persevered and didn't allow it to be buried to the point that it could not sprout again. And people, I'm telling you, don't give up. You have that seed within you. Okay, help it sprout. In its time, it will grow. This is Pappy Two Bears. I'm still growing, and I will continue to reach for the sun and grow as long as I'm able. And I ask that each of you do that, because I would surely miss you. Look around at some of these smaller channels. You got some profound teachers out there. Lady in the Woods. I've never seen anyone with a stronger faith than that woman. Being able to reach out and help others unselfishly and giving so much of themselves. Many of you have made comments on these videos. We've come in contact with each other via the intraweb, if you will. And my life has been enriched much more than it was before. And I owe you all a great thanks to that. Let's continue to teach each other. Let's continue to support each other. Share that which is beautiful in a world that doesn't look so beautiful sometimes. My friends, let your walk be soft on the earth. Let your eyes see through your heart. Let your ears hear through your heart. Let the words that come out of your mouth be first filtered by your heart. And let your heart be surrounded by the Spirit which has brought you into creation. to be who you are, to be who you're becoming, and to be unique in all the world. Every one of you is special, and every one of you is more powerful than you believe. Come back and visit me again at Harmony Fire. This is Pappy Two Bears, wishing you a good journey.